The key turned quietly in the lock. Veronica wasn't supposed to be home until Tuesday. The conference ended early. Her suitcase wheels clicked against the hardwood as she stepped inside. The living room was dark. A single lamp glowed upstairs. She climbed the steps, her hand sliding along the banister. "Stephen?" she called softly. No answer. Their bedroom door stood slightly ajar. Veronica pushed it open. There was Stephen, and beside him her sister Alexa. Veronica didn't gasp, didn't scream. She stood perfectly still for 3 heartbeats. Then she backed out, pulling the door shut with a quiet click. Downstairs, she opened her laptop. The email from yesterday still sat in her inbox. Anonymous sender. Attached was a photo. Stephen and Alexa at a hotel bar, his fingers intertwined with hers. Veronica saved the file, closed the computer. Her phone buzzed. A text from Stephen. "You land okay?" She typed back. "Flight delayed, still at airport." The lie came easily. Veronica grabbed her car keys. She had stops to make before sunrise. The bank first, then her brother-in-law's office. Because Veronica wasn't the type to make scenes. She was the type to make plans. And when she was finished, Stephen and Alexa would understand exactly what they'd done. The restaurant buzzed with quiet conversation. Crystal glasses caught the candlelight as Robert reached across the table. His fingers brushed against Vanessa's. "Happy anniversary," he said, sliding a small velvet box toward her. Vanessa opened it. Diamond studs glimmered against black satin, the same ones she'd pointed out last month in the jewelry store window. "You remembered," she said. Robert smiled. "I remember everything about you." Across town, Vanessa's phone lit up on the nightstand. A text from her sister Iris. "Don't forget lunch tomorrow." Vanessa tapped out a reply while Robert paid the check. "Wouldn't miss it. Tell Barry to make those martinis again." The valet brought their car around. Robert held the door for Vanessa like he always did. The engine purred to life, and he reached for her hand as they pulled into traffic. At home, Robert poured 2 glasses of wine while Vanessa changed. His phone buzzed on the kitchen counter. A notification flashed. "Iris, 8:32 p.m. He swiped it away. Vanessa emerged in her robe, toweling her hair. "What's that smell?" Robert gestured to the oven. "Your favorite, lasagna." She kissed his cheek. "You're too good to me." Upstairs, Vanessa plugged her phone in to charge. The screen illuminated with another message from Iris. "Can't wait to see you. Miss you." Vanessa smiled and set the phone down. She didn't notice Robert's brief hesitation at the bedroom door, didn't see the way his eyes flicked to her nightstand. The house settled into silence. Down the hall, Robert's phone screen glowed once more before going dark. A new message, unread. "Tomorrow?" it said. The reply came seconds later. "Usual place, noon." Robert powered off the device and slid it into his drawer. The digital clock ticked over to midnight. Another perfect day. For now. Vanessa smoothed the fresh sheets across the mattress, tucking hospital corners with practiced hands. The morning sun slanted through the blinds as she fluffed the pillows. Something metallic glinted against the pale linen. She picked it up. A silver hoop earring. Small. Delicate. Vanessa turned it between her fingers. She didn't own anything like this. The bathroom door opened. Robert emerged, towel around his waist. "You seen my blue tie?" Vanessa closed her fist around the earring. "No." Robert rummaged through the closet. "Must have left it at work." Vanessa slipped the earring into her pocket. She knew that design. Iris had worn a pair just like it to last week's barbecue. Downstairs, the coffee machine gurgled. Vanessa scrolled through her phone while she waited. She tapped Iris's contact. A photo from 6 months ago filled the screen, her sister laughing, those same silver hoops catching the light. Robert's phone buzzed on the counter. The screen lit up with a notification. Meeting pushed to 1. Vanessa poured 2 mugs. Black for Robert, cream and sugar for herself. She carried them upstairs. Robert's phone lay face up on the dresser. The screen had gone dark again. Vanessa set his coffee down beside it. "You working late again tonight?" she asked. Robert buttoned his shirt. "Might have to. Big project due Friday." Vanessa nodded. She pulled the earring from her pocket and dropped it into her jewelry box. The little clink sounded louder than it should have. That afternoon, Vanessa stood in Iris's kitchen. Her sister stirred a pot of soup on the stove. "Love your earrings," Vanessa said. Iris touched her bare lobes. "Oh, I'm not wearing any today." Vanessa sipped her wine. "You lose one of those silver hoops you always wear?" Iris turned down the heat. "Haven't seen them in weeks." Vanessa's phone chimed, a text from Robert. "Stuck at office, don't wait up." She typed back, "No problem." The soup simmered. Iris chatted about work. Vanessa watched her sister's hands as she talked. The way her wedding ring caught the light. The nervous tap of her fingers against the counter. Vanessa finished her wine. "I should get going." At home, she opened Robert's side of the closet. His suits hung neatly. She checked the pockets. Nothing. The nightstand drawer stuck when she tried to open it. Vanessa pulled harder. Inside, beside a stack of receipts, lay a single silver hoop earring. Vanessa took a photo with her phone. Then she put everything back exactly as she'd found it. She sat on the edge of the bed. The digital clock ticked over to midnight. Downstairs, the front door opened. Robert's keys clattered on the hall table. Vanessa picked up her phone. She opened a new browser tab and typed, "Private investigator near me." The search results loaded just as Robert's footsteps reached the top of the stairs. Vanessa locked her screen and set the phone down. "Long night," Robert said, loosening his tie. Vanessa nodded. "Must be that big project." Robert kissed her forehead. "Almost done with it." Vanessa watched him walk to the bathroom. She picked up her phone again. The PI's website was still open. She hit call. The line rang once before she ended it. Not yet. First, she needed proof. Vanessa opened their shared calendar. Robert had a client lunch tomorrow. She knew exactly where he'd be, and this time, she'd be there too. Vanessa waited outside the cafe where Iris always had her Tuesday coffee. She spotted her sister through the window, typing on her phone. The silver hoops were back in her ears. Vanessa pushed through the door and slid into the seat across from her. "Those are nice," Vanessa said, pointing at Iris's earrings. Iris touched one absently. "Found them this morning." Vanessa pulled out her phone. She turned the screen toward Iris, the photo of the earring in Robert's drawer. Iris's fingers froze. "What's that?" "Your earring," Vanessa said. "In my bedroom." Iris laughed. "That could be anyone's." Vanessa swiped to the next photo. Iris wearing the same pair at Christmas. "You're imagining things," Iris said. She took a sip of coffee. "Maybe Robert found it somewhere." "Like where?" "How should I know?" Iris set her cup down too hard. "You're being paranoid." Vanessa leaned forward. "I checked our security cameras last night. Robert came home at 2 a.m. So, he works late. His car left the garage at 11:30. Vanessa pulled up the time-stamped footage. Came back 4 hours later. Iris scrolled through her phone. "You should talk to him about it, not me." Vanessa grabbed Iris's wrist. "Look at me." People at nearby tables turned. Iris yanked her arm free. "You're embarrassing yourself." Vanessa opened her mouth when her phone buzzed. A text from Robert. "Working through lunch. Don't wait up tonight either." She showed Iris. Funny timing. Iris stood, gathering her bag. "Get help, Vanessa, seriously." Vanessa watched her sister walk out, the silver hoop swinging as Iris pushed through the door. Back home, Vanessa pulled up their shared location history. Robert's phone had pinged near Iris's apartment 3 times last week. She screenshotted each one. Her phone rang. Robert's name flashed on the screen. Vanessa let it go to voicemail. She opened her laptop instead. The PI's website was still bookmarked. This time she filled out the contact form. As she hit send, the garage door rumbled open. Robert was home early. Vanessa closed the laptop. She picked up her wine glass just as Robert walked in. "Hey," he said. "You okay? Iris said you were acting weird today." Vanessa took a slow sip. "Just tired." Robert kissed the top of her head. "Get some rest." He headed upstairs, his phone buzzing in his pocket. Vanessa waited until she heard the shower turn on. She picked up Robert's phone from where he'd left it on the counter. The screen lit up with a new message. She knows something. The contact name read, Client X. Vanessa put the phone back exactly as she found it. She opened her own messages and typed to the PI, "I need you to follow someone tomorrow." The shower cut off upstairs. Vanessa deleted the sent message. When Robert came back down, she was pouring another glass of wine. "Long day?" he asked. Vanessa smiled. "You have no idea." The glow from the laptop screen lit up Vanessa's face in the dark study. Robert's password prompt stared back at her. She typed in their anniversary date. Incorrect. She tried his mother's birthday. Denied again. Vanessa pulled up Robert's security questions. "What was your first pet's name?" She knew this. Buddy, the golden retriever from college. The system unlocked. His inbox loaded. Hundreds of unread messages. She searched for Iris's name first. Nothing obvious. Then she tried lunch and meeting. Dozens of results. One thread caught her eye. Messages to Client X from last month. "Can't wait to see you, same place as last time." Vanessa checked the sent folder. Robert had replied, "Booked the room under your name." She opened the attachments. Hotel confirmations. 3 different women, 3 different cities, all dated when Robert claimed to be on business trips. Vanessa took photos with her phone. Her hands didn't shake as she scrolled further back. More emails, more women. One name appeared frequently, Jessica from accounting. A new browser tab showed Robert's credit card statements, charges at restaurants she'd never been to, flowers delivered to addresses that weren't theirs, hotel rooms booked for single nights. The printer hummed as it spat out page after page. Vanessa organized them into neat piles, bank records, emails, receipts. She found the photos next. Robert's cloud storage synced to his email. Vanessa clicked through vacation pictures until she found the hidden folder. Password protected. She tried Buddy again. It opened. Jessica at a beach resort. Another woman in a hotel robe. Iris in what looked like a restaurant bathroom. All time-stamped over the past year. Vanessa copied everything to a flash drive. The clock read 3:17 a.m. when she finally closed the laptop. Robert snored lightly in their bedroom. The next morning, Vanessa made pancakes like nothing happened. Robert kissed her cheek before leaving for work. "Late again tonight?" she asked. "Big presentation tomorrow," he said. "Don't wait up." Vanessa waited until his car disappeared down the street. Then she picked up her phone and called the number the PI had emailed her. "I have everything you need," she said. "When can we meet?" The investigator suggested a coffee shop across town. Vanessa agreed. She packed the printed evidence into a plain folder. Before leaving, she checked Robert's location. His phone showed him at the office. Vanessa opened the tracking app she'd installed on Iris's phone last week. Her sister was supposedly at home. Vanessa grabbed her keys. She'd take the long way to the meeting, past Iris's apartment first, just to be sure. The GPS led her to a familiar building. Robert's car sat in the visitor parking spot. Vanessa parked across the street. She didn't need to wait long. Iris emerged onto her balcony in a bathrobe. Robert appeared behind her, pulling her close. Vanessa snapped 3 clear photos with her telephoto lens. She arrived at the coffee shop 10 minutes early. The PI, a woman named Mason, already had a table. Vanessa slid the folder across. "Everything's in there." Mason flipped through the pages. "This is thorough." There's more. Vanessa pulled up the photos on her phone. Taken this morning. Mason whistled softly. What do you want to do? Vanessa sipped her coffee. I want them to know what it feels like. She set down her cup. Every last one of them. Vanessa set 2 wine glasses on the kitchen counter. She picked up her phone and texted Robert. Made your favorite. Come home early tonight? 3 dots appeared immediately. Sure, everything okay? Just miss you, she replied. She opened Robert's laptop again, the one he thought she didn't know the password to. His email was still logged in. She scrolled to the chain with Jessica from accounting, the one where he'd called Vanessa controlling and complained about their marriage. She selected the entire thread, along with the attached hotel confirmations. Then she opened a new message. To Iris subject. FWD client meeting notes. Vanessa attached the emails. She typed, Hey, meant to send these to my assistant. Got the names mixed up. Delete, please. She hovered over the send button. Then she copied Robert on the email. Send. The oven timer beeped. Robert's favorite lasagna was ready. Vanessa poured the wine just as the garage door opened. Robert walked in, loosening his tie. Something smells good, he said. Vanessa handed him a glass. Figured you could use a proper meal. Robert kissed her cheek. You're the best. They sat down to eat. Robert's phone buzzed in his pocket. He ignored it. Vanessa took a sip of wine. How's work? Busy, he said. But good. His phone buzzed again. Then again. Vanessa tilted her head. You should get that. Robert pulled it out. His face changed as he read the screen. Iris's name flashed under an incoming call. He declined it. Everything all right? Vanessa asked. Robert set his phone face down. Just work stuff. Vanessa nodded. Must be important. Robert's phone lit up again. This time it was Jessica. He silenced it. Vanessa stood to clear the plates. You seem distracted. Robert ran a hand through his hair. Long day. His phone buzzed continuously now. Texts, calls, notifications. Vanessa picked up her own phone. A message from Iris. What the hell is this? Vanessa didn't reply. Robert's phone rang again. He stood abruptly. I need to take this. He stepped outside. Through the window, Vanessa watched him pace the backyard, his free hand gripping his hair. Her phone chimed. Another text from Iris. You knew? And you sent it to me? Vanessa typed back. Sent what? I just forwarded some work notes. Iris responded immediately. Bullshit. You included Robert. He's been cheating on both of us. Vanessa set her phone down. She took another sip of wine. Robert came back inside, his face pale. We need to talk. Vanessa looked up. About what? Robert opened his mouth. Then his phone rang again. Jessica. Vanessa stood. You should answer that. Robert stared at her. You did this. Vanessa feigned confusion. Did what? Robert's phone kept ringing. Iris called right after. Then Jessica again. Vanessa walked to the sink and rinsed her glass. Sounds like you've got a lot to deal with tonight. Robert's jaw tightened. You're enjoying this. Vanessa turned off the faucet. Enjoying what? Robert's phone buzzed with a new email notification. Vanessa didn't need to see it to know what it was. The PI had just sent him the photos from this morning. The ones of him and Iris. Robert's face drained of color. Vanessa dried her hands. You should go. Robert didn't move. Vanessa picked up her purse. Actually, you stay. I'll go. She walked to the door. Robert's phone was still ringing as she stepped outside. Vanessa didn't look back. Vanessa sat across from Mason in the investigator's office. Spread between them were bank statements, tax forms, and printed emails. These offshore accounts, Mason said, tapping a document. He never declared them? Vanessa shook her head. Filed jointly for 10 years, never mentioned any of this. Mason flipped through more pages. And these expense reports to his company? All fake, Vanessa said. The hotels were personal trips. The dinners were dates. Mason whistled. This is enough for fraud charges. Vanessa pulled out one last file. There's more. His business partner in Dubai doesn't exist. The wire transfers all circle back to him. Mason scanned the documents. You realize what this means? IRS would bury him. Vanessa stood. I want copies of everything. 2 sets. Mason nodded. Where do you want them sent? Vanessa wrote down 2 addresses. The first was Robert's office. The second was the IRS field office downtown. The next morning, Robert's phone started ringing before breakfast. Vanessa watched from the kitchen as he answered, his face going pale. What do you mean, audit? He demanded. The voice on the other end grew louder. Robert's hand gripped the counter. That's impossible, he said. Those accounts are... He stopped mid-sentence, his eyes darting to Vanessa. She sipped her coffee, her face blank. Robert lowered his voice. I'll call you back. He ended the call. The silence stretched between them. Problem at work? Vanessa asked. Robert's phone buzzed again. A new email notification popped up. Urgent, IRS inquiry. Vanessa stood. I should let you handle this. Robert grabbed her arm. You did this. Vanessa looked down at his hand until he released her. Did what? Robert's phone rang again, his lawyer this time. Vanessa walked to the door. Good luck with your audit. Robert's voice followed her. You'll regret this. Vanessa paused. No, she said without turning around. I really won't. She stepped outside as Robert's phone started ringing nonstop. The first reporters were already calling. By noon, his company would issue a statement. By dinner, the board would vote to suspend him. Vanessa got in her car and drove away. She didn't need to watch the rest. She'd already seen how it ended. The doorbell rang at 2 a.m. Vanessa peered through the peephole. Robert stood on her doorstep, tie loose, hair disheveled. She unchained the door. You look terrible. Robert's breath smelled like whiskey. We need to talk. Vanessa stepped aside. Robert stumbled into the living room of her temporary apartment. He sank onto the couch, head in his hands. It's all falling apart, he said. Vanessa leaned against the kitchen counter. The audit? Robert looked up, bloodshot eyes pleading. They're freezing all my accounts. The board voted me out. Jessica recanted her statement to HR. Vanessa crossed her arms. Sounds like a bad week. Robert stood suddenly. Vanessa, please, I'm begging you. For what? Call off the IRS, he said. Tell them it was a mistake. Vanessa laughed. A mistake? Robert reached for her hands. She stepped back. I was stupid, he said. I never meant to hurt you. Vanessa walked to the desk. She pulled out a manila envelope. I know you didn't mean to, she said, sliding out the papers. But you did. Robert stared at the divorce filing. His name glared back in bold letters. You can't do this, he whispered. Vanessa placed a pen on top. Sign them. Robert's hands shook. What about the house, the cars? Already mine, Vanessa said. Prenup, remember? Robert's phone buzzed. Another unknown number. He ignored it. Iris won't talk to me, he said quietly. Vanessa smiled. I know. Robert looked up. You planned all of this. Vanessa tilted her head. Planned what? Robert's phone rang again. This time he answered. What now? The voice on the other end made him go pale. When? He demanded. How long? Vanessa didn't need to hear the rest. She knew what the call was about. The IRS had moved faster than expected. Criminal charges were coming. Robert ended the call. His face was ashen. You win, he said. Vanessa pushed the papers toward him. I know. Robert picked up the pen. He hesitated. Is there any other way? Vanessa opened the door. Goodbye, Robert. The pen scratched across the paper. Robert signed away 10 years of marriage in 3 strokes. He stood to leave, pausing in the doorway. "You'll regret this." Vanessa took the signed papers. "No," she said, closing the door. "I really won't." The lock clicked. Through the wood, she heard Robert's phone ring again, then again. Vanessa placed the divorce papers in her safe. She had one last call to make in the morning. The IRS would be very interested in what she'd found in Robert's offshore accounts. But that could wait. For now, she poured herself a drink, the first of many to celebrate. The camera pans across Vanessa's new apartment. Morning light streams through floor-to-ceiling windows. She sits at a sleek marble breakfast bar, sipping coffee from a white ceramic mug. Outside, the city hums below. Vanessa's phone lights up with a news alert. Former finance executive facing multiple fraud charges. She swipes it away without reading. Another notification pops up, this one from Mason. IRS moved faster than expected. He's being indicted next week. Vanessa sets her phone down. She walks to the window, looking out at the skyline. "People always say revenge isn't the answer," she says. "But they're wrong." She turns back toward the camera. Revenge is just information, the truth, delivered at the right moment. Her phone buzzes again, a text from an unknown number. "You ruined my life." Vanessa deletes it. "They think they can take everything from you," she continues. "Your trust, your love, your dignity. But they forget one thing." She picks up a manila envelope from the counter. Inside are the divorce papers, fully executed. A woman who's been betrayed has nothing left to lose, and that makes her dangerous. Vanessa slides the envelope into a drawer. She checks her watch. Robert thought he was smart. Iris thought she was careful, but smart people get caught. Careful people slip up. She walks to the door, grabbing her keys. And when they do, Vanessa pauses with her hand on the knob. "You need to be ready." She opens the door to reveal Mason waiting in the hallway. "Ready for what?" Mason asks. Vanessa smiles. "For whatever comes next." Vanessa sat at her kitchen island, scrolling through the latest headlines on her tablet. Former finance executive sentenced to 5 years stared back at her in bold letters. She took a sip of wine as her phone buzzed with another notification, this time a photo from her lawyer. The divorce settlement paperwork, finally complete. She set the phone down and walked to the window. The city lights glittered below. It had been 6 months since she'd last seen Robert, 3 months since Iris had tried to call. "Some people will say I went too far," Vanessa said to the empty room. "That exposing the affairs would have been enough." She swirled the wine in her glass. But here's the thing. When someone shows you who they really are, believe them. And when they give you the ammunition to destroy them, use it. Vanessa pulled up the security footage on her phone, the final clip from her old house. Robert packing his things, shoulders slumped, while movers carried out furniture. She deleted the file. So tell me, was Vanessa too harsh, or did they deserve it? Comment below. Thank you for watching today's Twisted Story. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more stories. Thank you.